Do you ever feel anxious? Has it ever happened to you that there's so much anxiety that you feel stuck and you don't start what you need to do or would like to do? Well, stay with me. I'll share with you how you can how you can conquer anxiety. It works because that's how I was able to complete and do this video for you today. So let me share with you how I have felt a lot of anxiety in the last couple of days prior to come up with this new video for this channel. You have to say that as you can see on the channel, I have not created a video in 2 weeks, and the reason was that I went for vacation to see my family out of province. And when I came back, I said, okay, well, let's create a new video. But somehow after 1 or 2 days, the drive to create a new video was not there. And I was trying to figure out why was it that I created 21 videos in 21 days before my vacation, but somehow now it was hard to get going, to start to create the first one, to get the ball rolling so I can actually I create a new video for my channel. And I said, well, what am I learning here? What am I going through? And how can this be useful for you? And that's how the video title saying 3 ways to overcome anxiety to get going came about. So let's see what happened to me in the last couple of days. So let's see what was going through my mind in the last couple of days. First, I knew I wanted to do a video, but somehow I had great ideas, but I felt, well, I was not sure, well, was it good enough? Because I've been listening to some videos on how to improve my videos. And I've been trying to plan my videos a bit more. And by planning them a bit more, I'm a bit more self-conscious about what I do. And that has been creating somewhat of a blockage. Because I keep saying, well, I need to plan it better to have a better video. But the more time I was planning the video, the less time I was creating the videos. And it was a vicious circle because, you know what, I've been working on the template for 3 days and no videos was recorded. So that was the first feeling I had. Okay, the second feeling I had was, okay, I'm doing those videos, but what's the purpose of those videos? And then I was trying to find, okay, I have a vision, I want to help people, I want to educate people. And then I was saying, well, are the videos I'm creating satisfying my audience? Are they good enough? And you know what? Then again, it was getting in the way of me creating a video. Because the best way to get better at creating content is actually to create content. So that was the second feeling I had about that. The third aspect I was saying is, okay, what are people thinking my videos so that I can improve them? And the funny thing is, the more I was thinking about what others were thinking about my videos, the less I wanted to create a video. So it was a vicious circle. And somehow, after 3 or 4 thoughts, I became a poor me, saying, okay, well, poor me, I need to do videos, but I'm not creating them. What will people say? Are they good enough? And so on. And I said, okay, I need to stop because I felt anxious. I felt anxious to create a video. Have you ever felt anxious about a project, doing something that you've done before, and you know you will be okay, but somehow it was not getting there? Well, I was feeling that. And it was strange because I had all the drive before and somehow it was not happening. So I said, okay, well, what is going on there? And I was listening to a video by Dan Graziosi, and he was talking about anxiety that he had gone through and things that he does to overcome anxiety. So I was thinking about it and said, okay, let's see if I can use what he told me to try to help you as well. Because you know what? It helped me. And that's why I'm sharing that with you. So I'm paraphrasing what Dan Graziosi has done, but that I'm using the base of his knowledge and experience to overcome my feelings of today. So, what are 3 ways to conquer anxiety? To get rid of this feeling of anxiety so you can move forward? Well, the first one is to address the fear. If you feel anxious, it's that you're afraid of something. You're afraid of either what the end result, you're afraid of what will come out, you're afraid of what you will do, you're afraid of what you're not going to do, and it's a vicious circle. So at first thing is you have to look at it and say, okay, those thoughts are BS. Why are they BS? Is that because today you're much more than what you were last week and much more than what you were last year. So keeping that in mind, you have to look at your fear and name it, call it, so that you can understand it better. So about creating these videos, what were my 3 fears? Well, the first fear is, what if the video is not a good video? And then the second fear was, what happens if it's a good video? And then the third fear was, what will people think about this new video? And you know what, that's quite a few thoughts happening all at the same time. And at the end, they're all in my head. They were all in my head. And I had to figure out, say, okay, you know what? You've done videos before. You know how it's done. They may not be the best one, but you know what? Every time you make a video, it's better. And that's why you need to get going. And about what people think about your videos, don't worry too much. And that will be about my second aspect, or my second step towards getting rid of anxiety, and that is gratitude. Gratitude is a concept that is from my grandmother. My grandmother was always grateful with her family when people were together. Another person that is talking about gratitude quite a bit is Tony Robbins as well. Showing gratitude or thinking about how grateful you are about what you do and about your life brings a positivity to what you want to say, what you are thinking. And all the negative thoughts starts disappearing. They start fading, and that's very good. So when I was thinking about gratitude, I started to say, well, I've done quite a few videos and I'm proud of them. It's an achievement and it's wonderful. I was thinking about what if they are not good? Well, I know that this video is much better than the one I did a few weeks ago, and much better than the ones I've done a couple years ago when I was experimenting with videos. And about comments, well, I started to say, well, I was grateful because a friend of mine watched one of my videos, and it was, it was about the one about to get going and stop thinking about it, get it done, and then you move forward one step. And he told me that it helped him tremendously. And that made me feel better. And I'm grateful of that. Even if it's one, that's all I need. Sometimes we look at all the comments we have and haters on the social media. And often we have 9 positive comments that are great, and then we focus on the negative comment, and it's not helping us. And why don't we just look at all the comments? And even if there are 9 negative comments, but 1 positive, that 1 positive should overshadow all the other ones, because you've helped 1 person. And that is my second part. So the first part is outline the fears you have. Second, be grateful about what you have. And the third one is about visualization. Visualize what is your ideal future about your projects, your ideas. So I was thinking about my videos, and my videos, what was my ideal future would be to have tens of views, if not hundreds at the present time. At this time I have 11 subscribers, so my audience is a bit small. However, if I can help 1 of you or 2 of you, that's perfect. But in the years to come, I'm thinking of 10x. I want to go from 10 subscribers to 100. And then when I get to 100, I'm going to think of 10x again. So what I visualize right now is whatever I do, I need to go 10x. And for that, I need to create content, and I need to make you feel better. And to do that, I need to feel better as well. And together we can grow. That's quite powerful. The next thing is about comments. Well, how I can see in the future is to have more people communicating with me and sharing their ideas. Because by doing so, I'll be able to give feedback. If they're positive, it will make me feel great. If they're negative, well, there's something for me to learn from there, so I can create better content for you. And that is part of my future. and how I visualize a positive outcome for this channel. So let's look at the three aspects, three ways to conquer your anxiety. The first one is face the fear, understand them. And the best way to do that is to name them. Second, look at and be grateful about what you do and what you have about what you are thinking right now in your project. And third is visualize your ideal future so that you can see the big picture and have an outcome or results to look for. So these are the three ways. To conclude this video, there's a call to action. So I want you to think about the last week, and I want you to remember, what was the time you felt the most anxious in the last week? Maybe not the most, but one event that made you feel anxious. I want you to write it down. And from there, I want you to say, okay, what were to identify the fears you had at that time? Outline one fear, two fears, three fears if needed. When that's done, so take a moment. Okay, so when that's done, look at, try to think about how grateful you are about what you have and what you are, about these fears you had. Because every time we have a fear, it's because there's a feeling about an event, either from the past or the present. And think about the fact that you're much better now than you were yesterday, much better now than you were last month, last year, or even when you were a kid. So that's something to keep in mind. So you've outlined the fears, outlined what you're grateful for. Now look at visualize your ideal future. So look at the event, knowing that you had fears, knowing that you're grateful about several aspects of your life. How do you see your future? How do you see the outcome, your ideal outcome of the event that passed? And that will that will help you to be less anxious the next time. So for example, if you're at school, you are studying a new class, you have new classmates, new teachers, and you say, okay, well, I'm anxious to start school. Why are you anxious? Well, maybe that you had bad classmates, teachers were not the best before. That's possible. Now, you could be grateful about the fact that you've had great experiences in the past at school. You've done a lot of great learnings. Maybe you had one or two great friends in the past. Maybe there was a teacher or someone at school that helped you go through something. And then your ultimate idea is, okay, let's see if I can visualize the outcome of this. Me learning, me graduating, so I can reach what I want to do in the future. And that would be a great example. Another example is there's a contract. If you're in business, you have a contract and you're meeting with new clients and you feel anxious about it. Well, why do you feel anxious? Is it because the last clients you saw did not work well? You lost a client? You want to make sure you land that contract? These are good fears. Well, let's look at gratitude. You are in the position you're right now because of all the successes you've had in the past. So let's see. Name them. It's always good to remind each other the success we've had, people you've mentored, and learn from what you know. And from there, visualize your ideal outcome, your ideal future with this new contract. And at the end, you might realize, well, maybe that's not the best thing for me. Maybe I should pass on that contract, or maybe I will double my energy to get the result I want. So these are all examples that can help you. On this, I wish you a great day. I will see you tomorrow, and glad to see you again. Take care.